Autumn and winter are the worst times for British homes when it comes to condensation and damp. Ebac, based in the northeast of England, produces dehumidifiers that can help households all around the UK to keep dry. Joining me is John Elliott, who founded Ebac. He's the chairman. John, first of all, let's talk about the problems of condensation. What is condensation? How does it come about in a house?
It's a natural phenomenon. It's because we produce excess moisture in all our homes, and modern homes are very well sealed, so it can't get out. And one place it can get out is condensation. If you've got condensation, you've got too much moisture. There'll be other problems with condensation that you can't see, like mould, and other problems with dampness. That's the bigger problem. So you've got to take the excess moisture out. You can do it by ventilation, but then you throw the heat away.
Right, okay, so the condensation on someone's windows eventually turns into mould. Here are some mould spore pictures.
That's a bit extreme, but that's the problem. Sometimes you can't even see it though, and it's in the air all the time. The spores that are going to produce the mould are in the air, and it feeds on moisture. You've got to get the excess moisture out as soon as you can.
Mould spores are not healthy. Here's a newspaper article from November 2022 which talks about a young boy dying and the coroner saying it was due to mould in the house. Perhaps a bit extreme, but seriously...
Very sad indeed, that actually. And it is quite extreme, actually, you're right. But excess moisture is not healthy. And it's not good for your home either. You can get into the structure. That can cause something like interstitial condensation. We've got to get moisture under control.
Okay, let's talk about these machines. The yellow one first is a quite high-powered dehumidifier. What's the application for that?
This is one you'd use more if you've got a flood damage or things like that, or builders might use these as well, or maybe something even bigger. This one is a powerful unit, a simple control system. It doesn't have smart. That's why it isn't ideal for controlling condensation and dampness.
Okay, so these two, let's talk about the one nearest me. This is one of the standard products that Ebac
makes.
Right. I've got one of these in my own home, actually. Just tell our viewers...
Well, it's got smart control, and that's the big differentiation. No other dehumidifier in the world has got smart control, and that's ideal for the UK conditions.
So how does this control system work?
It monitors your house continuously, and it decides the best time to run. A humidistat isn't right because there isn't an optimum relative humidity. It changes when the weather changes. It changes from home to home. So that's why a humidistat is not the right solution. Smart control is.
It also sort of learns your habits?
Exactly right. You tend to follow a daily routine. It's also got another feature. It's got a laundry feature as well. These have become very important for drying laundry rather than using tumble dryers. A tumble dryer takes 3,000 watts. This takes 160 watts.
Wow.
Now it takes longer, and it doesn't give some of the benefits of tumble drying. It also means that the water it takes out is in the bucket.
Yeah.
Whereas if you dry it on your radiator, the moisture's in the air, you're making this problem even worse.
Absolutely. So this is a core standard product. What kind of prices would be paid for
That's
a product
pretty well
like
top
this?
of the range, actually. You can get a cheap one, but that won't be over £300.
And what about the basic starter price?
We can get down as low as 250, even a bit low for a smaller performing machine.
Now you've got this latest design, quite snazzy actually. What's the distinguishing characteristics?
It's got all the same features as this one, slightly more expensive. It's also got internet connections as well, which is something unique. Whether that's needed or not, I'm not sure, but it's the modern requirement. And you can buy it without that feature as well. And I think it does look quite attractive, actually. It's not as boring as the others.
No, absolutely. And you know, they're becoming a talking point. These dehumidifiers are there to prevent problems in homes, aren't they? They aren't there to indicate that a home has a problem.
Absolutely right. If you've got someone's got a dehumidifier, they're taking care of their home. You don't have a problem. You're avoiding a problem. People who don't have dehumidifiers will have problems. But there's another solution as well, actually, we've got recently. We've developed a system of ventilation, which is more expensive than dehumidifiers, but as well as curing condensation and dampness, it also takes out CO2 from houses. It might surprise you to learn that CO2 is around us all the time at about 440 parts per million. In your home with the doors closed, it could easily be 2,000 parts per million. Now you won't be aware of that, but people who've used ventilation systems, heat recovery ventilation systems like ours, say that they don't realise it's there before they get the machine. Once you've got the machine, they do realise it's there.
Okay, well, looking at the dehumidifiers for the time being and just reflecting on their availability, we are talking in the autumn. Have customers been looking for these products, and is it easy to purchase them online?
Very easy to purchase, and we've got competitors as well with reasonably good machines for certain applications. Yes, they're easy to buy. In fact, we had our record sales yesterday. Right. Direct sales were highest ever were yesterday.
And ebac.com?
That's right. That's where you'll find us.
John, thank you very much.
Thank you.